Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. It is great to see you because today folks we're going to cook a roast and I'm going to share with you, you will not believe how easy this recipe is. You don't need any special utensils, you don't need any special ingredients, and it's a very simple recipe, but the results folks are amazing. I'm excited to share it with you. Let's get started right now. First things first, our oven is preheating right now to 350 degrees. So what I did folks is I went out, and this is one of the keys to this recipe. I bought 2 roasts. I got a beautiful beef roast right here. And here folks, we have a pork roast. And yes, we are gonna cook the 2 of these together. The 2 of these cooked together, folks, makes for amazing flavor, superior gravy, absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to put these roasts into a Dutch oven. So any container that you have that is oven ready, just put your roasts in there. No oil required, nothing required, just put your roasts right in. As you can see, these roasts are already seasoned, and that's another key. If you can season your roasts the night before and leave them in the fridge, perfect. If not, do it the morning of and let them sit in the fridge at least for half a day before you start cooking them. In fact, that's what I did today. I didn't have time last night, so I seasoned these this morning. If you do not even have time to do that, at a minimum, season your roasts at least an hour before going into the oven. Okay, so what I did to season these, I started off with some mustard. I just put some mustard on the beef roast and I put some mustard on the pork roast. Then I seasoned my beef roast, a half a teaspoon of salt per pound. And then what I did is I added some of my favorite steak spice. So you could use any steak spice you want. If you don't have steak spice, just use a little bit of black pepper. And that's it for the beef. Simple. For the pork, also simple. Same recipe, a half a teaspoon of salt for your pork. But for the pork, I also use paprika. And I use 2 teaspoons of paprika for every 3 pounds. And besides that, I took some roasted garlic and pepper spice and I sprinkled that on as well. Okay, so very simply, to our Dutch oven, we're going to take, I have here half of a large item, so onion. You could use a medium onion or half a large onion or a whole large onion, whatever you prefer, but 1 onion basically goes in. And then I'm also going to add 1 bell pepper. This is also going to add a little bit of flavor, and it's going to be great for our gravy, which we're going to make afterwards. All right, and now if your container, whatever you're using to put your roast in, whatever oven ready container you have, if your roasts, when you put them in there, are really tight or very hard to fit, that's okay. Just pack them in there, don't worry about it. And if there's no room for the onion and pepper, don't worry, just tuck them in, put them in wherever there's room. The roasts are gonna cook down. It's gonna be fantastic. So please do not worry about that. That's it for preparation. Put the lid on, let's go to the oven. The cooking part, folks, is even easier than the prep part. The oven is set at 350. In the oven it goes, and now this is how easy this gets. You don't need a meat thermometer, nothing required. It sits in the oven at 350 degrees for 3.5 hours. That's very easy to remember. 350 degrees for 3.5 hours. That's it. You don't need to do anything to it. Leave the lid on. You can walk away, enjoy your coffee, do some chores, whatever you need to do. We're gonna come back though in 3.5 hours. That's gonna sit and roast up nicely. And yes, these roasts are gonna be well done. So if you wanted a rare roast, this is not the recipe. However, they're well done, but they are amazingly tender and flavorful. Seriously, folks, can't wait to show you the results. Okay, we gotta be patient. 3.5 hours, and we'll be right back. It's been 3.5 hours. Time to turn our oven off and take our roasts out. Oh, the aromas, folks, the aromas. Okay, out of the oven it comes. And let's take a look at them. Yes, the aromas, folks. Let's take a look. Oh boy, that is looking mighty, mighty fine. Oh yeah. Okay, see how it shrunk? Let's take the pork roast out first. Oh, there's our pork roast. And there's our beef roast. And just so you know, folks, I used a very inexpensive cut of beef. This was actually a sirloin tip, believe it or not. And it doesn't matter on the cuts because these are going to be absolutely amazing. Now, this remaining in here, we are going to use that to make our gravy. But for now, let's tent these beautiful roasts and let them rest. We're going to let them rest for at least 20 minutes. Keep them warm, tented, and in the meanwhile, we'll make our gravy. We are going to have some mashed potatoes as a side, and as you can see here, what I did was I cubed up some potatoes and I boiled them for 20 minutes. And now I'm going to do what my buddy Dirk does all the time. I'm going to take that beautiful potato water and add it, because that's going to make for a nice base, or add to our base for gravy. Now this, of course, is optional, but I got to tell you, it is excellent. Now to that, I'm also going to add some cornstarch to thicken up our gravy. So what I have here, in case you're wondering, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 4 tablespoons of water. So we add that. And it's always that ratio, folks. It's always 2 to 1 cornstarch to water. And now, quite simply, I'm going to take an immersion blender. See if this is, oh, that's still extremely hot. I should have known that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, with my immersion blender, blend everything together. Okay, let me get those peppers down there. I want all the peppers and all the onion. I want everything ground up together. And you can see our gravy is a bit red in color, and that's because we used the red bell peppers. Okay, and we keep blending. Oh, looky there, folks. Everything is blended in nicely. We got a beautiful color, nice texture to our gravy. That is perfect. So I'm going to just bring that up to heat. I'm going to continue to cook this on low. And in fact, if we want to add some color, folks, what we could do is add some soy sauce. Now be careful, because this is also adding salt, and that's already going to be a touch of salt as well. So I'm just going to add maybe 2 tablespoons of soy sauce just for added color. Okay, and I'm going to bring this up to heat, and we're going to let this cook for a little bit while our roasts are resting, and that's going to help thicken this up a bit as well. Our gravy has been simmering very, very nicely, and you can see it's gotten a little bit thicker. So I think we have the consistency we want right now. That's really, really good. And you know what? Taste test, folks. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. That pork and the beef complement each other so nicely. The juices in here, this gravy, is outstanding. Full of flavor. Oh my goodness. Love it. Love it. Okay, so while that's been simmering, I got my mashed potatoes on the go here. And all I did here was I just added some salt. Again, in keeping with the very simple theme, salt and olive oil. That's it. Now, if you want a very extravagant, I'm going to say amazing, mashed potato, I've got a fantastic recipe. I'll put a link in the description for you. You can check it out. But for right now, we're keeping this very, very simple. Okay, let's turn that off. Get our gravy into our gravy pot and start to slice that beef and do the taste test. Oh boy, honestly folks, I can't even begin to tell you how flavorful that gravy is. It is outstanding. Okay, this has been resting patiently. Let's remove the strings. Oh, look, it's, I can tell already it's just gonna fall apart on me here, folks. Oh, look at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Turn that, oh, it's just falling apart on me, folks. When I say tender, I really mean tender. Wow. Remove the string on the beef. And in case I didn't mention it, the pork was a pork shoulder roast. Which gives off a lot of juices and flavor. We will slice a little bit up. Oh boy, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is going to be, it's just falling apart. I need a sharper knife. Oh, looky there, folks. Oh my goodness. Let's do the roast beef. So here, maybe what I'll do, folks, is I'll cut it from the end here. We'll start at the one end and slice. Oh boy, that just, oh, folks, I gotta show you this. This is just literally tearing apart. Talk about tender. Oh my goodness, folks. Oh, I can't wait to get into this. Let's do the taste test. And I'm going to want, definitely going to want a piece of beef. And I'm going to want some of this beautiful pork. I'll make a nice little plate here, folks. Okay, and you know I'm going to want some gravy and some mashed potatoes. I have my potatoes. And now for this beautiful gravy. Oh my. Oh yeah. Folks, this is simple cooking at its best right here. Simplicity at its best. How about some gravy on our mashed potatoes? You bet. That delicious gravy. Ho, 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 ho. Oh boy. Okay. Let me dig into this. Always my favorite part, folks. Take a look at this. I'm telling you, this is a meal right there. This, folks, is going to be absolutely delicious. I already know it. Okay. No knife required. I'll just tear a little bit. Just tear a little bit. Let's try the pork. Tear a little bit more with the gravy. Get that piece there. Oh my, folks, I tell you what. Tender, tasty, and moist. I honestly don't know what more you could ask for in a roast. How about the beef? Let's just use my fork again. Look at this, folks. No knife required. Unbelievable. Look at this. roast beef. Sirloin tip, not an expensive cut. No. So tender and juicy, and the gravy. Folks, this right here is a 10 out of 10. It's the combination, the pork cooked with the roast, with the beef, makes an amazing, delicious combo, complementing each other very, very nicely. The juices they release to go in the gravy, again, the combo, outstanding. And how simple was that? Season your roast, put it in the oven at 350 for 3.5 hours, you're done. It doesn't get any easier than that, folks. Way better than restaurant quality right here. You are going to absolutely love this meal. And you know what? With your leftovers the next day, and if you have too much, it freezes very nicely. You take out a pack, you make 2 beautiful roasts together, and you've got meals in the freezer for down the road when you need them. Either way, folks, you've got to give this a try. The potatoes are amazing with this gravy as well. Oh my. I need to sit down with a glass of wine. I made a beautiful loaf of bread earlier today as well. I'm gonna have that meal with my nice fresh, what I call my country harvest bread. If you want to see the recipe, I'll put a link in the description. This is also very easy to make, but a nice fresh loaf of bread with that roast and the mashed potatoes, a glass of my homemade red wine. I'm in for a treat tonight, folks. Wherever you're tuning in from, I would like to say thank you for spending time in the kitchen with me. And as you know, it makes me happy that you tune in. It makes me happier if you make the meal and enjoy it. So please do. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, good luck and buon appetito.